All right, what a week. It's Sunday, about lunchtime. Got home from a week in Pennsylvania, flew from Newark back to Orange County, and direct flight, which was nice, but sitting in that airplane seat for about 5.5, 6 hours, and then immediately getting into moving five heavy Pelican cases. That like sedentary to rapid motion thing, like just works my lower back. And then felt all good. I got home, ran out to the gym, pushed a little too hard and threw my back out. So I'm actually standing here right now, crooked. My back is on fire. It's going to take me about a week for it to unlock. I do this to myself about once a year. But last night, I unloaded all of the gear from Pennsylvania and prepped for my job that starts on Monday. I'll take you through that real quick. And then I want to talk about the stock market and the coronavirus thing that went down last week. In effect, I'm relieved that I was standing out on farmland without data on my phone, so I couldn't check the news and check the market every minute for the last several days. But we'll get into that in a moment. So I've got this conference where we're shooting presenters on stage, C300s. We're going to do a lock-off wide shot, a close-up follow cam. The close-up cam will be on a 30 to 300, which is in this case. And then I've got batteries and AC power for those cameras. And then the third cam is a reference record of the slide projector screen for the editor to drop in the slides, which is pretty common. We usually do that one of two ways. Sometimes on shows we'll have a ProRes recorder. Oh, actually, yeah, I was going to bring one of those in case we have the ability to just direct patch off of their slide system. I'm going to put this out. This is my Blackmagic Video Assist that records ProRes. I can do ProRes LT on 256 SD cards. So I've used this via either SDI or HDMI to record slides, line out. Then you get all the animation and everything. If we have the technology at the event, I'll do that instead of the EX3. And then bottom shelf, I got 3 tripods under the Fernie pad and a chair for myself. I'm loading in solo tomorrow and setting up. So I want to be able to, we're at a hotel downtown LA, and I want to be able to wheel straight in one trip. And I've done that hotel before, and last time the valets let me bypass the loading dock. They have a different area in guest parking underground where you can get over to the freight elevator. So I'm hoping I get that same courtesy this trip, because going through that loading dock solo is always dicey, because often they won't let you leave the truck unsupervised for very long, and I don't want to leave the cart sitting out in the hallway at the dock while I repark my van. So anyway, hopefully that all works out. In parallel to this project happening, I have another later in the week 3-day job that'll be a Mira 17-120. So I have that partially prepped. I got to pick up another tripod. I'm going to work on that on Monday. Because I got a little bit of overlap on prepping, and I want to have some redundancy. But that job's simple. I think I'm just going to be one lens camera, some batteries, and a charger. All right, so regarding the headlines, I should verify this statement again, but largest Dow drop in 1 week since 2008. This will be, if this is truly the start to it, my third big bear market. Let's see, the first would have been when I first entered the workforce full time, which was 1998, which led up to the April tech NASDAQ crash in 2000. I basically had all of my free cash in the market in IRAs, 401ks. I was rapidly, aggressively putting all my free dough in to save for retirement, and weathered that. Maybe I'll do a video on that. I lost my job as a result of the tech economy imploding, and which led me on the path to being able to freelance full time. And then 2008, I was a partner at a creative agency, and we had 13 people working in the office, and we went from super slammed with work to our vendors and other customers like crying because of the market and slowing down, and I was overconfident. I'm like, we're doing great. We're under contract. I got all these projects, working on weekends, and we got the 1-2 hit. It was like a Monday morning, and all the new business stopped, and then the like backlog of like the last 30, 45 days of work we've been doing, suddenly customers weren't paying us for the work we'd already finished. And so that was the 1-2 hit, and the lesson there was we should have been laying people off and scaling back on contract work much quicker than we did. We hung on a little too long, and it almost killed the company. But we weathered through. I'm smarter and wiser now. Yeah, I'll do a video about that later. But I stopped investing in the stock market a few years ago. I mean, I still have funds in there. I'll buy and hold long-term positions, but I'm not actively putting new cash in. Been deploying my funds in other investments, primarily my business. But here's what I did Friday when I got home from the East Coast. I opened a new brokerage account at Fidelity. Let's see this focus up. And I didn't have this cash available. I mean, I pulled this out of my business savings account and I gave myself a little bonus, but I initiated a transfer into this new brokerage account for $2,500. I think I'm just going to buy into an S&P 500 index. And I'm going to, as the cash flow continues here, hopefully the work stays on the course I've been so far for the start of the year. But I'm going to try to put a little bit of money in each week. I certainly isn't going to be $2,500, but you know, if it's a couple $100, I'm going to just initiate these transfers. And for, like I said, this first position, I'm just going to play in an S&P, the Fidelity S&P 500 index. And I'm going to do little videos about this. We'll see where we play. You know, I'm going to try to follow the age-old advice of when everyone's selling, that's when you should be dollar cost averaging your way in and buying. All right, that's it. Just some quick thoughts from a Sunday in the garage, getting ready to go back to work. I'm grateful for all this business that's been coming in, and I sure hope for all of us in the economy that it continues. But if there is a slowdown, boy, be agile, be ready to change direction, lower costs, cut back on overhead. I'm pretty lean right now. It's just me and my wife on payroll, and I'm done with major gear purchases. I bought my FS7. It's not here right now. Sorry, FX10 and the Blackmagic Pocket Cam. That just came back from the East Coast. It's actually all cased up right here. Those were my two big purchases, and then I bought the 28-135 zoom for the FX9. That's back ordered. And I bought that 50mm prime in E-mount. And I just bought, spend. I bought these for my travel job. I needed to do it anyway, but here's another $1,000. I bought 4 HyperCore batteries. Those are on a credit card. Still got to pay that bill, which will be actually this evening. I try to pay all my bills on the 1st of the month. All right, that's enough rambling from now. I'm going to get back to loading the truck. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and thanks for watching.